Alright guys, so EA Sports PGA Tour is fast approaching. It's just over a month away from the launch of the game now, and I'm going to have a lot of content between now and then on the game. I have a lot of new information for you guys today. They did a Q&A about a week or two ago that I'm going to talk a little bit about, and also there's some brand new information that we're discussing here, which is the 30 courses that are coming at launch, and kind of just a little trailer on how they're doing it and how they look, and just some great screenshots of them as well. So yeah, I thought we'd dive into it right here. Shout out to EA for giving me early access to this so I can get a video scheduled for you guys. I apologize I haven't been doing as much content over the last few weeks here on the main channel. I've been really busy with the Apex Hound 2, and also I've had some trouble with Indy here. Speak of the devil, and she may rise. She's had some health problems. I've been back and forth to the vet quite a few times. But it's all looking on the up and up now, guys, and I'm really excited about the future of the channel, really excited about the future of this game on the channel in particular. I think this is going to really spice up the channel, and to be able to have both golf games is going to be really fun. So let's dive into the video and discuss what we came to discuss. Guys, I did want to say as well, if you want to get 20% off Rogue Energy, you can use code the Apex Hound to get 20% off. They have cans. They have 2 brand new flavors as well that they just released. 2 new hydration flavors. There's no caffeine in these ones, but you can mix them with the caffeine flavors. I think that's always a good way to go. And yeah, I haven't tried the new flavors yet or anything. They're not officially out, but really excited to try them. They have cans if you're in America. Not quite in Europe yet, I don't think. But anyway, let's jump in. All right, guys, so we're going to start by watching this brand new trailer about the courses together. We'll watch it once without pausing it, and then we'll kind of break it down a little bit as we go through. And then I have some information on that Q&A back here as well. We'll check that out after. So let's jump in and check this trailer out and see what it's all about. Actual gameplay footage, game development in progress. So you'll see it does say actual gameplay footage. There's a few screenshots, or a few video clips rather, of them teeing off and stuff like that on these specific courses that we're talking about. So 30 courses at launch, which is a massive number. Very impressive that they have that many courses at launch, and considering they're adding like they already have like 4 to 5 confirmed courses coming post launch as well. That's pretty cool as well. So let's jump in and check out the actual gameplay footage here.
In EA Sports PGA Tour, the tee is yours at 30 golf courses.
So there's some actual
launch,
gameplay,
including some of the world's most prestigious tracks. Each course is designed in stunning quality, so
the old
you can
course,
immerse yourself in more of golf's finer details than ever before. These picture-perfect golf courses look incredible.
They do, Iona.
Visual authenticity. We've
Visually,
used a mix of state-of-the-art technologies
real good.
At the home of the
Looking
Masters,
real good.
Augusta National, and the other courses to develop highly
Country
detailed
Club
terrain maps. This, combined with custom
so we're getting a little bit of
helicopter
delve in here.
Scans at lower altitude and slower speeds, resulted in more data point density and
Those
a
are
higher
actual
level of realism than
drone
scans
shots
from publicly available sources. In addition to the course terrain map, this process also produced precise rendering of clubhouses, iconic vegetation, bridges, tee markers, rock formations, and other on-course elements. To be as granular as possible when constructing the courses and designing course dynamics, the development team spent years visiting these prestigious facilities. They walked and played the holes and surveyed with superintendents how the unique conditions at each location presented different challenges throughout each round of golf. From all of that precise data, the team meticulously handcrafted and tuned every aspect of every course for ultimate authenticity. With new lifelike course dynamics,
second
we
at
set
Augusta
out to replicate individual course conditions so each surface plays as accurately to the real thing as possible.
The crowd will be going way wilder than that for an albatross.
First, each course is unique from one another, so no two.
Love the way you can do that, like a little Texas wedge from the fairway like that.
For example, the home of the 2022 Open Championship. It's a links course known to be fast and firm, and it will play and feel differently than a softer course like
Harbour look how much quicker Harbour Town slows down there. Okay, cool.
That the outcome of every golf shot is more lifelike than ever. In combination with Pure Strike's innovative ball behavior, we've designed the game for your golf ball to react differently to unique ground conditions at each location.
Little pop bunkers.
So, whether you're teeing up for a quick round or competing for a major championship title, we want you to feel like you're really out there on these amazing championship courses, navigating one beautifully challenging shot at a time.
Okay, yeah, that's all very impressive. All very, very impressive. Let's go through this frame by frame, though, because, like, visually stunning, I must say. Like, I'm blown away by the visuals of the courses, at least. The character models, they look decent, I'll say. Definitely, I think, a step above 2K. But the courses, like, it seems like they've really gone above and beyond to get the visual authenticity and the kind of lifelike look of the course, and it looks great so far. But let's go through it, no volume, just kind of go through it frame by frame and break this little trailer down. There is that. I think that's Xander at the last at St. Andrews. They're kind of going through them quickly here. I can't even see who that is. I think that's Scotty. Maybe that's Xander, actually, unless they have two. Was the first one not Xander then? That is Xander. Maybe both of them are Xander. Okay. yeah, I think they just did 2 shots with Xander. And there's the 13th at Augusta, of course. I mean, right there, like, that looks real. Like, that screenshot right there looks real. And this is in-game footage. Like, look how deep the crowds look. That looks amazing with little butterflies fluttering in the... I think just the trees and the vegetation and everything in the grass just looks so much more real. I don't know what it is, but there's the players. Ball's teed up nicely. Let's just watch the shot from Scotty. Beautiful. The sand pops up and Scotty Scheffler hits a good one. Course design process they kind of went into as well. It would be nice if this kind of led to maybe potentially EA in the vast future. I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon, having a course creator to compete with 2K, though, because, like, look at this. Like, this looks incredible. Imagine what EA creators could do, or like course creators could do with a course creator like this. If EA had all of these assets available to people, I think that they could create some absolutely incredible courses. This looks like Thorbjorn Olsen. Have we seen him before? Like, I was just kind of looking at his Nike gear and I was like, that doesn't look like any Nike sponsored golfers I know besides Thorbjorn Olsen. Like, am I tripping here? Is that Thorbjorn? Because that would be pretty cool if they had Thorbjorn Olsen in here. That kind of gives me hope that they'll have quite a few golfers in there, especially like some lower ranked ones in there as well, which I think is always nice to have a wide variety of golfers rather than just the top guys. That would be cool. That does look like him to me. I could be wrong on that one. Let me know if you guys can see something different there. I might be tripping, but to me that looks like Thorbjorn Olsen at the country club. Now, these are real drone shots here, and honestly, this is very impressive stuff that they went, like, kind of showing how much detail they went through to get the right visuals for the course and the right roads for the course and everything. I love this kind of stuff, this behind-the-scenes stuff of them showing exactly how they went to each course specifically to see how they perform differently to other courses and see how the rollouts are. I think that's stuff that's hugely important and underrated. Like, look at that drone shot. That's absolutely stunning stuff here. And then they kind of go a little bit more in-depth on the course design process, which is nice. But overall, yeah, very impressive stuff from this trailer, I think. There's nothing, I don't think, too crazy towards the end here. Like, there you see the Augusta Bridge, of course. Quite beautiful indeed. And the crowds at Augusta are very much impressing me so far, the way that they look. And there's, I think that's Sungjae Im there at, I don't know what hole that is, but that's at Augusta for sure. And this was really cool in the trailer where they showed like how much more St. Andrews rolls out than Harbour Town. I thought that was a really nice touch. And I like the kind of flashes of real course, and then it shows the game right after that. That's super cool. There's St. Andrews, and then they show it in game how it was rendered and stuff like that. That's very cool. I like that a lot. Who was that? Was that Sungjae again? I'm not sure that was Sungjae. Oh, was that Matsuyama? That could be Hideki Matsuyama right there. Yes, I think this is Hideki. Because I thought it was Sungjae Im at the start because we've already seen him in this trailer. But I think this is Hideki because he has Cleveland on the side of his hat. And he's also sponsored by Strixon, I think. So we're doing some detective work here. So Hideki Matsuyama and Sungjae Im, sorry, not Sungjae Im, Thorbjorn Olsen are 2 golfers that I think we found in this trailer that haven't been seen before, if I'm not mistaken. And this was the scene where it went in for Albatross, where the crowd is kind of just putting their hands up. Like, that's always one thing that bothers me in games, where like they all have the same reaction. They're all just there like that. Like, it's the same in FIFA and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it's hard to get all different people doing different reactions. We see Jordan Spieth with a little Texas wedge here, and the fact that you can hold those kind of putts is quite impressive. Who's this? Yeah, that's Sungjae Im. That's Sungjae Im again. Okay. So yeah, Sungjae Im has the Titleist sponsor, and I was kind of confused there when I saw what looked like him, but that was Hideki Matsuyama. Okay. So yeah, here we get a shot of Xander taking 2 different shots here off the tee at Harbour Town and St Andrews. I'm glad that they done it with the same person, so you can kind of really tell that the launch angle is going to be the same and everything. In Harbour Town, you can see stops way before St Andrews did. St Andrews wasn't even done, and you can see it spinning back into the bunker here at Quail Hollow. Who was that? Was that Xander again? We're big detective mode right now. No, sorry, that's Sung Jae again. All right, so yeah, they're showing a lot of the same golfers, which makes sense. Obviously, they don't want to give away their full roster, but I'm sure we'll learn more as the time comes. And there is, I was about to say Lexi Thompson. There's Nelly Corda at Pebble Beach. Like, look at the views there. Stunning. Absolutely stunning there. You can see the divot that she takes. Looks pretty decent. That's a chunky divot there. The birds in the background. It seems like there's a lot going on in the background, which I always appreciate in golf games. Sometimes it feels very static when you're on the tee and nothing's happening. There it seems like the crowd is alive, the birds are alive, the wildlife is alive, everything feels good. Who was that? That was a Nike golfer again. Was that? That's Scotty. Okay, that's Scotty Scheffler. I thought we were going for more detective work here. That's the main man, Scotty Scheffler. He's no John Ram, though. 2K has the big boy John Ram. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the rosters compare. Jordan Spieth at Augusta there at his favorite hole. Jordan Spieth, Jay Spizzle, little fist pump from him, and get a few shots of Augusta there again, looking quite nice and crispy. And of course, the game comes out March 26th, or is it 21st? I think it might be 24th, 21st in early access or some shit. I'm not sure on the exact dates anyway, but we're gonna check out this little snippet here of a Q&A. So crossplay not gonna be in the game at launch at least, but potentially post-launch they're gonna be evaluating that and bringing that in post-launch. The Masters will be playable day and date, of course, with the standard edition and with the deluxe edition. They talk a little bit about the current live service timeline and how they're bringing Oak Hill, Los Angeles Country Club, Royal Liverpool, Olympia Fields, and Marco Simone for the Ryder Cup post-launch, which is going to be great. The game is only available on next-generation consoles because they think that the fidelity for the game would not be possible on previous generations, and I respect this move. I actually highly recommend that a lot of games do this from now on, or I'm wishful that a lot of games do this anyway from now on, because I feel like we don't want the PS4 and the Xbox One dragging games from the future back a little bit. And I feel like people are going to be upset with me for saying that, but I just think that's the reality of the situation. Obviously, PS4 and Xbox One are going to be left behind at some point. Might as well start now. Same with PS3 and Xbox 360. You know, they eventually get left behind because they can't keep up with the technology that these games need. Now, this is probably the most controversial part. The game is only going to be 30 FPS on consoles at launch, while on PC, it'll be 60 FPS or unlocked frame rate, which I think is a huge benefit to PC players, and console being left behind at 30 FPS is a little bit disappointing. Now, this all depends how well it runs at 30 FPS, because certain games can look and run well at 30 FPS. It's all about how it's done. Like a Plague Tale Requiem for me was 30 FPS, and that game was incredibly well received and it was well loved, and it wasn't anything to do with bad performance or anything for 30 FPS. It was noticeable, I would say. Like, definitely you can tell that it's not 60, and especially since I've gone to next generation consoles, since I've got a PS5 and an Xbox Series X, you notice the FPS thing a lot more. Like Uncharted 4 on PS4 was 30 FPS, and I thought that was probably my favorite game ever. You didn't really notice it as much because a lot of the PS4 games at that time were 60 FPS, but Uncharted had a steady 30. If it's a steady 30 on console and they bring a 60 FPS mode post-launch, I'm not going to be too upset about it. But I do think that they 100% need to bring this in post-launch. They need to bring in an option for people. Have a performance mode and have a fidelity mode like most games do nowadays. Have that kind of option for people. And I think that that's necessary, and that should be a no-brainer, honestly, for any game coming out to have the option of performance or fidelity. And I think, honestly, if you ask most people nowadays, they will go with the performance mode. Most people will take FPS over fidelity, and that's something that I feel like EA kind of missed the boat on. They didn't realize how big of a thing that this FPS thing was, and that's a big mistake to release at 30 FPS, because I feel like every game that releases at 30 FPS at the moment on next generation consoles is controversy, because they just talked about how They just talked about how this leap to PS5 and Xbox X/Series S is necessary for their game, and then they kind of bring out a 30 FPS game on those consoles. That's a little bit silly in my opinion. But hopefully that post-launch, not too long after launch, we will get a performance mode with 60 FPS option. Even if it's 1080p 60 FPS, I think that's fine as long as you have the option there, or 1440p 60 FPS. I think like that would be 100% acceptable as well. But to have the option there is massive. And then they talk a little bit more about like what affects your shot. Of course, all of the stuff here affects your shot. They have the competitive mode, they have social modes, they have private matches. Now it is disappointing that there's no crossplay at launch, I will be honest, because 2K's bringing out crossplay. 2K's bringing out a lot of features to kind of rival the release of EA Sports PGA Tour, because they're bringing out crossplay, they're bringing out ranked, so it's going to be a fun battle between 2K and EA for sure. Now they have career mode, they have challenges, which were the things I talked about in previous videos, where you kind of have bite-sized experience of various lengths, ranging anywhere from a 4-hole challenge to recreating a golfer's hot streak from a recent PGA Tour event. And these are going to be added in post-launch as well. They're going to continue with challenges, like say Tiger does really well at the Masters and he has a 4-hole streak where he goes birdie, birdie, eagle, eagle. They'll kind of like have a little challenge of you to kind of replicate that. And the challenges, I think, are going to be really fun. Like even certain challenges, like Jordan Spieth putting off the cart path. I think where was that? Was that at St. Andrews? I can't remember exactly where he did that, but they'll have challenges like that in the game, I think. Now here you get a little bit of a look at the in-depth nature of the difficulty settings. So there's Arcade, Pro, Tour, Simulation. They haven't given us any indications to what the online modes will be on, or if you can kind of choose between them. Maybe there'll be a Pro one online, maybe there'll be a Tour one. But yeah, there's a lot of different customization, and you can customize these any which way you want. You don't have to play on one of these 4. You can customize it any which way you want to do that, and that's pretty awesome in my opinion. Now the shot shaping on is probably the thing that I never liked about the EA games. Like when you're trying to shot shape a shot, you have to do the analog diagonally. And that shit is too hard to even attempt to put any fade or draw on. So I just never use draw or fade. So unless I turn that setting to off. So yeah, of course, all of these different difficulty settings will be available for you to customize, which is great. Now, there is no like actual weather that affects the game except for wind and stuff like that. But the cloudy nature and stuff like that won't affect how the courses play. So you'll see a couple screenshots I have here. I think this is Finau at the PGA. Now, see, this is what I mean by the weather here. Like, if it's cloudy like this, it won't like actually affect the course. Like, look how beautiful this screenshot is, by the way. This is an absolutely stunning screenshot of the old course. Like, look at the skies. Look how real that looks. That's an in-game shot right there. That's incredible. So yeah, some really great screenshots of the game. No 3-click until post-launch. They were planning to add that in post-launch. And they have talked about obviously bringing in a 60 FPS mode post-launch as well because of community feedback, which is great. So yeah, we should get a 60 FPS mode post-launch. And they have a little schedule on when to expect more on the game. So courses overview, we're getting that here in February. In March, we'll get a career mode overview, a Masters playthrough, early access, and launch, of course. So yeah, going to be awesome. Really excited about all of the things coming up on the channel here. I simply can't wait to bring you guys more about this game. It's going to be an awesome experience. It's going to be an incredible, incredible couple of months here on the channel. And hopefully well beyond that, we'll have some incredible content as well. I'm planning some course vlogs as well with this bad boy. I'm going golfing today. I was golfing yesterday, golfing 2 days on the bounce for first time in a long time, actually. But I'm going golfing with my cousins today. I might try the camera out just on a hole or two, just to see if it works good for the course vlogs. I think I need to get a lens, though. I think what I need to do is get a proper like lens that you can zoom in a lot on, and those aren't cheap, so maybe I'll do another camera goal or whatever, like another lens goal there or something, to see if you guys are interested in helping me out with that. But thank you for all the support, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. It's been my distinct pleasure to serve you all, and yeah, I'll have so many more videos over the coming months, both here and on the Apex Hound 2. If you want to check out my Hogwarts Legacy series, my 10 Dates series, or some of the series that I have coming up like Atomic Heart, then please go over there and subscribe there, and I'll see you guys next time. It's been my pleasure to serve you all. Peace out. You can also click on the screen somewhere here probably to check out some of my other videos on the channel or on the Apex Hound 2. See you next time. Peace out, guys.